law of diminishing marginal return states that if we keep increasing the amount of variable input to a single fixed input, our additional return will eventually reach a maximum threshold and eventually decline. For example, let's take an average office worker as the fixed input and the amount of hours worked as the variable input. Let's say the optimum amount of work hours is 6 hours, including breaks in between. The employee is able to produce quality work valued at 60 ringgit. If we add 2 more hours, she's able to produce 100 ringgit worth of productivity. That's 40 ringgit worth of marginal returns. Now we force the worker to stay overnight and increase the working hours to 12 hours. Thus the employee's final output becomes 110 ringgit. Although the productivity increased by 10 ringgit, the marginal return decreased by 30 ringgit because the previous one is 40 ringgit, now it's 30 below.
It has been found that managers who put in longer hours are perceived as dedicated and committed staff, which will then help them in competing with peers for recognition, rewards, and career development opportunities. These benefits encourages employees to work longer hours and would be addicted to such habit. An alternative method suggested by Fassel and Schaff 1989 would be for organizations to not reward these addictive behaviors but recognize those employees who are productive but also lead balanced lives. According to Herbig and Palumbo 1994, loyalty to the organization is often measured by the time spent at one's desk. Thus, employees would be reluctant to return home until their boss returns home, who will then also be waiting for their boss above them to return home. With this culture, employees tend to go back way later than their supposed time, meaning their supposed leisure time will be eaten up by work.
A seemingly competitive climate has caused stress, uncertainties, and a forced need to outperform one's colleagues. This is said by Keller and her research group back in 2016. Employees also have opted to multitasking many tasks at one go and to opt for overtime after working hours to prove a higher coping mechanism and efficiency. However, since the Japanese culture already has an embedded workaholic culture, back then, long working hours were seen as a criterion of success and work-life balance seemed unorthodox despite 191 high-profile cases of karoshi, which means death from overwork related to suicides and brain and heart-related illnesses. According to Hardy, in his 2017 research, performance reviews were marked down by supervisors if employees frequently resisted overtime. The failure to promote well-being over material prosperity has caused workaholism to be ranked at a high esteem in this capitalistic world, according to Future Travel in 2017.
The following hadith shows us how important it is for Muslims to utilize time efficiently. The Prophet said, and I quote, Allah said, "The son of Adam hurts me by abusing time, for I am time. In my hands are all the things, and I cause the revolution of night and days." Adding on, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Holy Quran, وَجَعَلْنَا اللَّيْلَ لِبَاسًا وَجَعَلْنَا النَّهَارَ مَعَاشًا. What does this ayah mean? It means that we have made the night as a clothing and the day to make livelihood. So this ayah teaches us that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created time for everything. That means we should not sacrifice one thing for the other. We should not sacrifice leisure, our vacations, and time for us to take a rest just to do our work.
Okay, the best solution to solve this problem is the employer should make an employee assistance program, or well known as EAP. Basically, this program is designed to assist an employee to solve their problems such as personal problem or working problems. This program will benefit both sides, employer and employee. Employee will achieve their work-life balance and employer will increase their productivity and performance for their company.
In conclusion, I'm going to talk about moderation. Moderation means to follow all the teachings of Islam and to practice them in accordance to the way it was given, without going beyond the limits which have been set by Allah and His Messenger. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says once again in the Holy Quran, وَكَذَلِكَ جَعَلْنَاكُمْ أُمَّةً وَسَطًا, which means we have created you a just society. Therefore, we should not do anything to the extreme. As it is said, too much of anything is poisonous.